I'm just jumping on for maybe 5-10 minutes because I wanted to update everybody. A dog that we placed our hands on for a very short time, little Sassy, she's gone. We rushed her to the 24-hour animal hospital. She could not breathe. She could not catch her breath. They rushed her back and they gave her a shot of steroid and put her in an oxygen chamber, and the doctor came out and said she's at the end stages of the trachea. He described it as a straw, as if you're trying to breathe through a straw and you're pinching the top and you can't get any air. There's no reversing what she had. There's no amount of money that would have helped save her. And we did not want to let her suffer. We did not want to let her be alone. Not okay. We are not okay. We had to stand in a parking lot because we didn't want them to euthanize her in the back of the hospital by herself. So we stood in this parking lot holding her wrapped in a blanket while the doctor came out and injected her, and she flopped and died in my arms. And I told her over and over, I love you, and you go to sleep, and you go to sleep. For the owner of your dog, who is microchipped, who we called and left you a message, why was she in the streets of Little Havana with her nails curling in, with double ear infection, with a collapsed trachea, in this humidity 96, 97 degree temperatures on the streets of Little Havana? Shame on you. I have only this much peace right now because I know she did not die alone on the street, did not get hit by a car, and she did not die in a hospital by herself without loving arms around her. Zoe went with Colleen to pick her up after we received an urgent plea for help. Somebody found her and picked her up and said she could no longer keep her. She's peeing blood. And Zoe came to me while I was sleeping on a dog bed on the floor with Bryson and Waldo today, and I said, go get her. They came back. They made an appointment for the vet because her ears were so impacted with gook. Her nails were curled in and she was bleeding urine. And of course we would take her to the vet. She was not breathing like that prior to the vet. When they handed her back to us, she was breathing like that. So of course we're blaming the vet. It's not the vet's fault. Any little offset to get her worked up is going to cause her breathing. It's a collapsed trachea. There is nothing to do to reverse what she had. There is no amount of money to fix her. Our hands are tied and we had to let her go. So Sassy has passed over. She is no longer here. We did everything in our power to try and save her little life, and her life mattered. She did not die alone. This is probably one of the hardest things that we've ever had to do. We've lost so many. We've won so many battles.
We didn't have enough time with her.
We didn't have enough time with her. When Zoe brought her back from that video in the car ride, I was screaming at Zoe like she did something wrong because I couldn't take it. Just like all of you watching that video of her with that noise. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you talking? And then Colleen's holding her. And I said, get her back to the rescue house. Let her decompress. And then I rush in thinking I'm like somebody special, that I'm going to be able to calm her down. And I come into the rescue house, which is so quiet and peaceful with spa music on right now. And I went in the room and she could not breathe. And I'm like petting her and nothing would calm her down. So we grabbed her and we rushed her to the hospital. And here is where we are right now. And she's gone. And I'm so sad right now that we just couldn't do anything to save her. She was a senior. She was found on the streets of Little Havana, Miami, alone, suffering. We gave her peace and we gave her dignity with respect. She passed with loving arms around her. I'm signing off.